Welcome to our continuation of the Kanban University Fellow Program. I'm Todd Little, Chairman of Kanban University, and today I have the privilege of introducing Priyank Pathak. Priyank, congratulations on being named a Kanban University Fellow. Would you spend a little bit of time and tell us a bit about yourself?
Thank you, Todd. I'm super excited to be introduced and awarded as a Kanban Fellow. As you know, my name is Priyank and I'm from India. I facilitate the Kanban India.org conference for the last couple of years. Since 2015, I have been very actively contributing to organize that along with my colleagues. And I'm a consultant who works with enterprises to transform from a stage A to stage B. That's what I do most of the time. I train people and on subjects related to Kanban, Lean, Agile, and concepts like that. So that's been a very brief introduction about me. And I run a couple of enterprises very briefly to complete that introduction.
Great. Tell us how you were introduced to Kanban originally.
I think most of us might have read the Blue Book, right? So that's how I got introduced to the great concept of Kanban method, and of course to David Jensen as well. But I worked for an enterprise where they were been affiliated with Kanban University, and that's how I got to know more about it. But then, of course, my first introduction to Kanban was reading the Blue Book. Of course, browsing through the internet and then eventually going to the Blue Book and then reading more about it. And then I started I would say, a proponent of it. That's the most interesting fact.
Excellent. So you've been around for a while. In your experience, how have you seen Kanban evolve and the Kanban community evolve over the past 10 years?
I think, Todd, it is, I've been very actively following and contributing in various, interventions in Kanban community, and as well as a Kanban consultant. I think it is one of the most vibrant and evolving community, right? You will see continuous updates coming in. A lot of knowledge base has been built. We've seen in the last 10 years concepts like, enterprise service planning. We have heard about, or you can say we mastered the concepts like KMM very recently, fit for purpose, the core body of Kanban method, as well as a lot of other concepts. It's continuously evolving, changing, and it's not like just, station at one place. I would say a lot of new stuff which you will learn, which makes it a complete set, and it is evolving continuously. And this is about the method part of it and the knowledge base and the body part of it. But then as a Kanban community, I believe has transformed completely in the last 10 years, right? You see, various conferences happening and retreats happening across the globe. Along with that, a lot of new courses and amazing courses have been introduced very recently in the Kanban University, and then, of course, a lot of new people like you have joined, which has changed the game, and of course people like our colleagues over there like Monica and a lot of people like Inga and Agnes. They are actually amazing people at Kanban University side. But then as a community, a lot of new faces and a lot of value-adding people have joined the hands as a community. A lot of new people I see every time. Whenever we host a conference in India, we see a great set of new speakers coming in, and people that have implemented it into their premises or their enterprises come and share the thoughts. So it has grown. It is continuously growing. It is continuously evolving. And, of course, as we say in Kanban world and in the Kanban University terminology, it is pragmatic and it is actionable. So this is a crux of my experience of last 10 years with Kanban University.
Fantastic. You mentioned Kanban India conference that you host. I've seen how you and your team have worked endlessly to make that Kanban India a success. What are some of the challenges and successes that you've had with Kanban in the India market?
See, the challenges, I would say I will go back to the history in 2015 when we started. It was difficult to find high quality speakers, right? But then the journey has been, long now. It's like been 5-6 years. We were a very good set of known speakers now and reviewers now. So now we know that there is a continuous cycle of evolution and knowledge sharing happening across the country and the Asia Pacific region as well. Like a lot of people from Australia, Singapore, and other countries nearby also contribute here in the community. So what I have seen is the challenges part was, like, I would say very briefly in bullet. The first point is getting the quality speaker was a biggest challenge, and it will be, because for any conference, the speakers are the the main contributors. So getting those people was difficult initially, but now it is okay. I won't call it like we are in a perfect shape. We always have a struggle there, because getting the best in the world is a challenge always. Second was, I would say, getting the participation from enterprises per se, right? When I say enterprises, I mean the corporate, which wholeheartedly welcome Kanban method to be used at their premises. We were initially were not aware about what is the level of implementation of Kanban is happening across the country as well as in the Asia Pacific. But then now we know a lot of enterprises which are doing it. So that challenge is also now translating into a greater success. Now we know the corporates which are using it. They're very active participant into the Kanban community and Kanban India conference now. So other challenges, of course, those are like constraints, I would say. I learned one thing, which is initial constraint was, which we conquered very fast, which is David's step, of course. So he said, you need to always structure a conference not only on the sponsors, being the core figure, or you can say the primary factor to determine whether the conference will happen or not, right? And then instead of that, if you distribute and hedge the risk, right? And then that's the concept we teach and preach in Kanban world, right? So if you hedge and distribute the risk and get the options, right? So if you can run the conference without sponsors, would be a great idea. Okay, so we run the conference. Primarily, our idea is, run it on the participation, basically the tickets which we sell, rather than just staying, and looking at the sponsors to come, and then only the conference will happen. So we distributed the risk. Now we have lots of people which are very regular and core contributors. So I would say, roughly speaking, a set of 100 people are very regular contributor to the conference, as an attendee, as a reviewer, as a speaker, and things like that. So it's continuously growing, and these are the primary risks to say and share with you, Todd.
Well, thank you. That's great. Good perspective on how you're using some of our own teachings in running the conference. Tell us how you're using Kanban now, in addition to the conference, or the things you're doing with Kanban.
So I actually am implementing Kanban as an advisor, as a coach for a very large enterprise, which is originally from New Zealand, having their factories and organization established across the globe, but having major offices in New Zealand, India, and France. So I'm actually using extensively the knowledge base we call as KMM, and we're using it to coach and guide the whole of the enterprise to become better, and value-adding enterprise. And in our company, I don't have a picture right now, but of course we have gone all virtual, but we have a wall. That's like a upstream to the downstream wall. I don't know if you have seen those pictures. So it's like connected Kanban over there. And we have proper upstream portfolio level, Kanban over there, and then we have the team level Kanban. Both are very much in place, and then people have their own desk where they manage the personal Kanban if required, but most of the cases we are just at the team level. So we use extensively. It's a day-to-day thing. Everybody knows it. If they have to work with our organization, they must understand what this concept is. So that's the I can say the introductory training or the very first days of the training that they go through this understanding, and most of the people are already gone through the at least TKP or maybe Kanban management professional course within our enterprise, and they understand in and out about it. So we extensively use it in a day-to-day basis. It's in our DNA now.
Excellent. So tell us, what are some of the things you value most about the Kanban University community?
I think it's evolutionary nature, Todd, and the people behind the scene, right? I mean, a lot of knowledge is evolving and is been shared, right? A lot of information is available, right? So importantly, if I collectively call Kanban community as a subset or superset of Kanban University and the other bodies which we function with, and the people which participate into the trainings and the conferences. I think they are pretty lean people, they are pretty vibrant people, and very pragmatic. We are fact-driven community. That's the most valuable asset which we have built. We're not just creating a rosy picture and thinking okay, so if we mold everything to this shape, things would be fine. We're not like that. We're talking more about evolutionary change as a community and advocating that. And the fact why I am a proponent is because we talk about not modeling something and then giving the enterprise that shape. Instead of that, we talk about evolution, we talk about continuous improvement. So that would be the most important elements which is I see in this community. And the collaboration is I would say for last couple of years is amazing in my opinion. So a lot of people are there to share their knowledge, and it's growing rapidly. Those people are coming forward with their knowledge like thought leaders, right? The real asset of this community is continuously growing, in my opinion.
Well, thank you so much, and congratulations once again for being named a Kanban University Fellow, and really appreciate it and look forward to Kanban India coming forward.
Thank you, Todd, and looking forward for a lot of collaboration with you again. So